when you're looking at how you're going to set these prospects up, are they going to be a trial lesson? Do you have some type of offer? Like first lesson free or first 2 lessons free. It's really important that you track that. And so if you have trial lessons, how do those convert for you? How are those converting for you? If you have an offer, you could be the first 2 lessons free. It could be the first lesson, like whatever your offer is, track the results of that. I remember when we started testing out the trial lesson idea, I went away from it for a while because I was offering free trial lessons and I was having a really difficult time getting people to show up. But I had a hard time with it, so I went away from trial lessons. Why? Because I was tracking it, right? So I found that people weren't showing up, so I went to an offer where they got the first 2 lessons free, but they had to sign up for the whole month. And I was getting a higher conversion rate for that. And I believe that it was because I was actually asking them to pay some money, and so they were more incentivized to show up because they had some skin in the game. So that matters a lot, like what your offering is, whether it's a trial or whether it's some type of offer. But just make sure that you're actually tracking that and that you have a process for it. Now, in terms of continuing to follow up with these people, so if they don't have an immediate answer for you, that they're saying, well, we're not really sure if we're ready, got to talk to the spouse, maybe once soccer ends, whatever it is, there needs to be a process where you're continually marketing to them, continually following up with them, and you're not bothering them, you're just simply staying in front of them. So I would highly recommend that you set up automations for this, that it's not just when your staff thinks of it or on the checklist of things that they need to do. This, it will rapidly become a low priority, especially if they're not getting any kind of a response from these prospects. And so monthly emails, monthly text messages, honestly, it should be weekly. And the closer it is to the contact, so like if they really within the first 7 days, we set up automations to where they're getting texts and emails every single day to elicit some type of response. Invite them to events. So if you have open houses, things like that, put them in the newsletter. You're staying in front of them and they see that you're in the community and that you're very active. The next thing I'll say about this is you want to remove barriers to purchase. And what I mean by barriers? Well, a barrier could be a complicated website where it's like full of all this text that has nothing to do with signing up. It could be, the story of how you started your school, and it could be really difficult for them to even find where your business is located. Or maybe when they click on the registration form, it's like this big, giant, registration form where they have to click through all these different spots in order to actually sign up. Like that's a barrier, that's a massive barrier, and you'll get a lot of friction from your prospect where they'll just be like, I'll do this later, or there's no way I'm going to fill all this out. I don't have time. I don't want to. So we want to make it very simple. We want to make it easy. Ideally, they can book themselves in for whether it's a trial lesson or whether they just want to sign up right away. Make it easy, make it seamless, make it fast. And if they don't sign up, you want to have some type of mechanism to follow up with them until they do. It's very important that you think of your follow-up as forcing a response, so either a yes or a no. The worst answer is really no answer, when they don't give you any response and they just sort of disappear. Because remember, you paid for that lead, and so you want to know, like, just tell me yes or no, and so it's very important to have some type of system in place so that you're continuing to follow up with these people and making it very, very easy for them when they're ready to sign up and get started.